record on that.
1 second.
Oh.
1 second. Just chill out.
Professional,
The world.
we are ready.
Is it even? Are we even live yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go then. I just have to cancel a download or that porn.
Not with Dan's wife, I hope.
Right. And when I'm pressing the button now,
It's
everyone
our OnlyFans account.
Right, I'm pressing the button.
Hello there. Welcome to Xbox Tavern episode 17th. I'm Jamie on another lovely Sunday evening. I'm joined this week once again by Dan.
Hello.
Ian.
Hello.
Ross.
Hello.
And Graham.
Hello.
Are we well this weekend, gentlemen?
Yes, thank you. Yourself?
Doing well.
Going okay.
Spiffing. Had a wonderful weekend. Absolutely knackered, but can't wait to get back to work tomorrow for a rest of sorts. But yeah, cool. So let's just get straight into the housekeeping quickly, and then we can talk some video games. Does that sound good? Sounds good.
Walk on.
So obviously the podcast goes up on podcast services wherever you may find them, Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, etc. Just search Xbox Tavern on there and it'll pop up. Give us a like and a follow and subscribe and all that gubbins. It also goes up on YouTube as an archived video version, which is again youtube.com/Xbox Tavern. And then you find our written stuff on xboxtavern.com, which is where we can find reviews, interviews, previews, etc. And that's the bulk of the content that we put out. So it'd be great if you pop over there and just give us a little click, give us a little read, let us know what you think. And then you can follow us on Twitter as @Xbox Tavern and let us know there of your opinions and your thoughts. We've got a little promotion going on this week as well. We've teamed up with the wonderful people at Insert Coin, and they, as you can see, at least half of this panel are quite big fans with their clothes that we've got on at the moment. Dan, what are you rocking there? You got the Watch Dogs t-shirt, right?
I have, yes. Hello, darling. And then I've got in the background, I've got Jet Set Radio.
Happy, very nice. Ian, did you have one on?
Yeah, I've got a Doom
Doom
cassette.
Happy day. And I've got my Life is Strange Hot Dog Man one and the Holy Hand Grenade hoodie, which is my favourite because it's like super comfortable. But upstairs, I've probably just got Insert Coin pretty much filled out my wardrobe. Yeah, it's not even an exaggeration. That literally is it for t-shirts and jumpers. And if they did trousers and socks and they do socks, but everything else I'd probably wear that as well.
You don't need underwear though.
No, I don't need underwear, and we won't get into that.
There's some N7 trackies at the moment, and flip-flops.
There are some N7 trackies. They look pretty cool, and they got some decent new Resident Evil merch coming up soon as well. Happy days.
Resident Evil Y fronts.
Yeah.
Wait, it doesn't need them though, does he?
Exactly.
I might be tempted to buy them if they're Resident Evil. Anyway, the whole reason we're mentioning Insect Coin is we teamed up with them, like I said. So if you want to get 20% off of your order, if you go to insertcoin.com, put whatever it is in your basket. It excludes, let me get this right, it's charity items,
bundles.
And there's
gift cards
as well. I've forgotten
gift cards. Gift
cards. That's it. Thank you. Yeah, charity items, bundles, gift cards, and the postage as well doesn't count under that as well. But you get 20% off the rest of your order, and if you just put in Xbox Tavern 20 in the code section when you're checking out, 20% off. Happy days. I know.
Right next to Ross's head, if he points to his.
Yeah, it's on the Twitch stream. It's on our Twitter, and there's an article up on the site as well, which again would be a massive help if you use it. Let them know that you've heard us or you've read us or what have you. And it's a great way. Like I said, they're like ultra comfortable clothes. I love them. Triple XL all the way, obviously. But as I said, these Resident Evil jumpers is coming up. I'll definitely be picking one of them up.
And it's one time per use as well, so you can only use it once on your account, and then that code unfortunately is burnt.
Yes,
but hopefully, the more you use it, everybody will. We might be able to bag another one.
Yes. So choose wisely, and choose a lot of things because they're all. Anyway, let's move on from that. Remember Xbox Tavern 20 in the promo code section. Thank you, Insert Coin, for that. I look forward to using it myself in the coming days.
Yeah.
All right, should we
I
get
heard
on to
you
some
did. Well, I just want to say, yeah, I've heard you've done a little bit of modelling for us. Have you?
We've all done a few little pictures. I'm not sure about some of the ones I sent you earlier on.
Oh, I can't wait till they go up on Twitter.
We'll be seeing them. Yeah, we'll be seeing them. Yeah, like
now
I
I'm
said,
curious.
most of
I'm
my outfits are in circle and stuff. So yeah, and hopefully, just a quick thing. I put in our group chat the other day that EGX is coming back this year with EGX Res and the big show later on in the year. Obviously, COVID sort of put paid to most of them last year, and they normally have a booth there as well, where they sell some sort of like an in-person store rather than just online like usual. So hopefully, I'll be able to pop by there and pick up something as well. I just want to go to EGX Res because it's awesome.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah, it's I don't know how close you are, Dan, to it, but you know,
I'll travel down.
it's
to escape from the house. I will travel down. Can you get 5 tickets for everybody?
I'm sure we can muster something up. But yeah, no, I loved EGX Res is great. Anyway, should we talk video games in the here and now rather than wishful thinking, hoping COVID will bugger off at some point soon. So let's go for the topic of the week. So this week we are looking at we got our first look at Microsoft xCloud for the web, and this is via The Verge. So obviously xCloud at the moment is predominantly smartphone based, so Android. I know they had the beta for the iPhone, but it's not officially out for the iPhone now, is it? That was part of the problem.
Yeah, that's only in-house testing. I think I'm right. Ross looked into this for the news this week.
Yes. His news video up on the YouTube channel, and he sort of went over it briefly. And basically, the xCloud service is coming to browser rather than just being on your phone. You better use it on your laptop, which will then obviously include what they call iMacs, is it? Or I don't know. I haven't even thought about an Apple computer in I don't know how long.
Oh yeah, on iMac. I think it's being it browser based. I think it's going to be available everywhere. I'm not sure about TV though. What about?
I don't know. They haven't. It didn't say in the article again on The Verge. They go through saying they've started internal testing on the web browser version, and it allows them to play the games through the browser. And it said here that they can only run through Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, rather than like any old browser. So it could be that even is it Safari is the iOS one? Might not support it, but as far as I'm aware, you can download Google Chrome on your iPhone, can't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, so you might be able to do it that way, and then they're going obviously on the computer, on your laptop or your desktop. So I just wanted to go around and sort of get people's thoughts on this on the streaming service if they've used it on their phone or if they're looking forward to using it on the laptop. Ross, have you had a chance to check it out yet?
No, because I am in primarily an Apple household, so I've sort of been screwed for luck in that one. So this is exciting news for the fact that I'll finally be able to jump onto the xCloud.
Yes. And so you didn't get into the beta that was like
no.
Was it Master Chief Collection or something, was it?
No, I missed that.
Okay. And more importantly, I suppose, do you have any interest in cloud gaming?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I bought a Switch thinking that portable gaming fantastic, but then I realised Switch games, unless it's Pokemon, really aren't for me. So I decided that once I can get set up on taking a controller with my iPad and I don't need to worry about anything else, then that sounds right up my avenue. Have
you considered a game called Pikmin 3? That was released on the Switch a little while ago.
I've heard of a fantastic game. I think is it Gunman Clive? I'm sure it is.
Gunman Clive.
Dan's can't stop ranting about how good it is. So.
What a game! Beautiful game. Love that game.
Do you know what? I looked at that on the Wii U when it came out, and because they bought the collection on there.
Yeah.
But I never really got around to actually trying it. So
it'd be the best. Wait till it's on sale. It'll be the best couple of quid you ever spend. The hand art drawn. Yeah, it's like drawn art. It's really, really good, gameplay wise. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Who doesn't want to be a cowboy?
Yeah, right. True. Anyway, Wii U games. How did we get there? So part of Pikmin. Yeah, let's talk about Pikmin for half an hour. So you're interested in cloud
You're
games.
only allowed to one. Resident Evil or Pikmin? You have to pick.
Oh, don't make me choose. So yeah, so you haven't tried it yet, but you're interested in giving it a shot once it comes to
Yep,
browser.
definitely.
Basically. Happy days. Graham, what about you? Have you had much chance to play with the xCloud yet?
No, because you're the one with the pass, not me.
True.
So that doesn't allow me to do that unless I sign up for it myself. But I still do stream via the laptop via a weird, dodgy app anyway. So I do a little bit of like console streaming, but not xCloud streaming.
But then this xCloud version would, I assume anyway, would include console streaming as well, because that's what it does on the phone, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So yeah, so you might be able to do it properly rather than relying on nefarious means that you are at the moment.
It's still a legit app, but you just have to install it in a roundabout.
Oh yeah,
way.
but yeah, that's what I mean. It's not like a sort of, yeah, you know what I mean. It's not the ideal way to do it.
No, but it just brings back the functionality of what it was on the Xbox One
Yeah, because they took away the streaming for the new Xbox app, didn't they?
for Windows, yeah.
Yeah, which was a bit naff.
Unless
'cause I
you
used to use
installed a
that.
special Spanish app of Xbox, which allows you to.
Where you can hit up at Graham Reaper for tips and
Yeah.
tricks on how to circumvent these sort of things. What about you, Dan? Have you had much chance to try it?
Yeah, so I when was it? XO19, they gave everyone beta codes, didn't or access codes. So I managed to jump in and use it with my
Yeah.
iPhone. It was the Master Chief Collection. It was laggy as hell, so I was pretty unimpressed with that bit. But I'm really looking forward to once it finally drops. It touchwood not being laggy, and I can sneakily do some cloud gaming on my phone while while the wife can't shout at me.
I'm just reading the news. Why have you got a controller in your hand? It's easier to scroll this way.
Yeah, it's like a cursor. It's fine. But yeah, it's like Ross. I've got a Switch myself, and I've seen it diminishly. You know, I haven't played that much of it in the last few months, so I think cloud gaming will be so much easier.
Have you heard of a game called Pikmin 3, Dan? It's pretty good. It's
Yeah, I don't know. Someone on this podcast keeps talking about it. That and Resident Evil, and I'm just,
and long may it continue. What a game. Anyway, so when you say it was just a Master Chief Collection on the beta, was it the whole Master Chief Collection, or was it just like one or two games?
I think it was the whole. From what I can remember from back then, I think it was the whole Master Chief Collection, and that
was 4 games.
Yeah, that was it.
Did that a multiplayer as well, or just the campaign?
Never tried the multiplayer. I only did the single player because I was told reliably that the lag was terrible, and it wasn't worth jumping in for multiplayer.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, you got the lag on single player, but that could have been my internet, which I've found, which we've noticed on this podcast again and again.
Yeah, and now you've got it upgraded to ultra super duper speeds.
Yeah, I ripped open my PC today. I inserted some sort of Wi-Fi card thingy.
Got his 5G working.
Got my 5G. Yeah, I rubbed it. My 5G got better. And yeah, now I'm hitting, I don't know, 80 gigs. I don't know, whatever.
Let's move swiftly on before they lay into. Ian, what about you? I know you've done a bit of cloud gaming.
Yeah, I do quite a bit, to be fair. I've got one of those Razakishis as well, which is like there's control that plugs into your phone.
And so do you do actual like cloud streaming or just console streaming?
I just both cloud and console, mainly cloud because it's just easier.
Yeah, it definitely works better, I think, the cloud, doesn't it, compared to the console streaming?
But I can one up Dan. I've been there since the alpha. Oh.
Yeah.
So I've been there since when I only had 4 games, which was Killer Instincts, Gears, Sea of Thieves, and Halo.
So you've been not getting achievements in those games then?
Well, Killer Instinct I have. I love Killer Instinct, but Halo I've done most of it.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves is just no.
I told you, I'll give you my account details. Hook me up with some achievements.
Right.
And how did you find the lag when playing sort of Halo and Gears? Well, not Gears maybe, but Killer Instinct.
It was right. Sometimes you can get a bit jumpy and you'll see the buttons in as well, and it hasn't used much data at all.
Yeah, so
It's quite suppressive.
that was my concern, because I don't have a massive sort of mobile package because I don't really use it at all. But the Wi-Fi, unless I'm at home, the Wi-Fi wherever I end up going is pretty naff. So I don't really have much chance to use it. I did play what's it called? Tell Me Why.
Tell me why.
I was waiting for it. Cool. And on my phone.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Ugh.
Yeah, I played like the first hour on that, and it worked really well. But obviously, that's a slower paced game. And then I did try some Gears, and it was like you said, Dan. It was just that bit too laggy for me.
Yeah.
And even that was sort of when it's since it's sort of been released on Android, so
I think
might not be massively
it's
improved
got
for what you
better.
experience.
I think the thing has got the kind of the connection and the stability of it is getting better and better from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's much better.
So I'm
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it.
I think part of my issues might be just my phone. It's not an old phone, but it's not
You're
exactly
old.
like top. I'm old, but my phone's not old. That overly old.
Flip phone.
Yeah, it's one of
Nokia
those ones where you got to pull
3210.
the aerial out and hold it like that. Hello. So I'm interested to try it when it comes to the browser because we've got some fairly capable laptops and stuff here, and although obviously the TV's right there, it'd be good to try it, especially if the kids are hogging it again, and I can try and hop on there and play something.
Stream something different than your usual streams.
What you mean, Resident Evil and Pikmin? Should we talk about them for half hour?
Go for it.
Not Pikmin hentai. That's a bit too weird.
That went a bit weird, Gray. I'm not sure where that come from. But yeah,
We've seen your browser history, Jamie.
Jesus.
who hasn't? So yeah, they don't actually give a date for like the public to give the browser-based version a go, but they said it'll be coming soon into the preview. So is anyone else here, I should say, in the Xbox preview program?
Oh no, I got out of that quickly.
Yeah, I remember you were out before. Anyone else? Dan, Ross?
No. I keep thinking about going back in, but there's so many people that say kind of
Like
too
me,
many issues.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I have had issues in the past. I think there was like a month or so when I couldn't actually join a party chat back in the day because they'd just broken it. But since then, touch wood, the main issues I had really are just the occasional crash or the occasional thing where the game won't boot. But very rare.
I just when I could have no download games play, I had to play only disc-based games. I was like, I'm out of that. So I was like, yeah, no chance of my doing this again. I was like, for like a month and a half, I couldn't do anything. Then in the end, it goes, oh, you have to factory reset your console. I was like, great, cheers.
Yeah, see, I've not had anything that bad, but
No.
yeah. So are you in a preview, Gray?
Yeah, I'm in it as well. Never
Are you in
something
like the
anything
top
that
tier
bad.
one or?
I think so. Yeah.
Like alpha, skip ahead, or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
That's the one.
Is anything new coming at the moment or not really?
Whenever I go in, it keeps talking about different language packs. It's like, well, unless
That's
I
the main
speak
thing
other
they've done
language,
lately.
I can't really bloody do the questionnaire on it.
Yeah, there was supposed to be some big update coming for preview users soon. I forget what it was about, but that should be kicking in. But again, it doesn't really change functionality. It's just like a few. I think it was to test like because they're bringing the Fps Boost and stuff, aren't they? And the auto HDR, and there's going to be an option to toggle them on and off in the menu and stuff like that. But that hasn't kicked. Well, it hasn't shown up on my one yet, anyway. But anyway, cloud streaming. A quick round table. We'll do this again. Yay or nay? Are you for it or against it? Dan?
Yeah, for it.
Ian?
Hell yeah.
Ross? Yes.
Good for me.
Graham?
Oh yeah, it's all good.
Oh, yeah.
You, Jamie?
I like it. I like the idea of it. It's just finding, especially at the minute where we can't go anywhere, it's finding the time to actually, or the reason to use it when the console's right there. But yeah, if it works and if it works well, I'll be making a lot of use of it, I think, in the coming months, which will be nice.
Very
so
nice.
let us know as well if you're listening at Xbox Tavern, if you're interested in cloud gaming or streaming or what have you, and your thoughts and opinions on it. Spiffy. All right, should we move on to a couple of other quick news stories before we get into what we've been playing?
Yep.
So Xbox announced a new wireless headset just a couple of days ago. Be available beginning March 16th for $89.99 in the UK, which I think is $99.99. Was it?
I think it peaked at $100. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give or take.
And it features various, buzzwords like Dolby Atmos and DTS and Windows Sonic, and it's got
15 hours battery life.
15-hour battery life. It's got, which is my personal bugbear for a lot of headsets these days, a volume and party chat mix on the headset itself rather than having to go into the Xbox guide. It's got a little built-in mic which flips up and sits like on this one, like just in between the ear cup and the actual outer bit. So rather than it sticking out the side or anything, which is pretty cool. And where's Mr. Nelson's gone? And yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's completely wireless, so it connects to the console in exactly the same manner as your controller does. You know, just sync it. But also it has Bluetooth as well, so you can connect it to your phone and the console at the same time.
I believe you can talk on your call while playing your game and switch between the two. I don't know how that works.
That will be interesting to see, because again, I'm not taking very many phone calls while I'm playing video games. But I used to have a pair of Turtle Beach which had the same function, so you could have it to Bluetooth to your phone, and it was like paired to the console as well. So you could just play music on your phone and then just play the game, and there was a little rocker that adjusted between the two, and it was brilliant. But then every headset I've had since then, it hasn't had that function, and that was about 10 years ago. So I'm glad that sort of thing's coming back now.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty cool too, as headsets go. Does anybody here have any interest in sort of picking a pair up?
My ones I got recently from my review were good enough, so I'll probably stick with them. They all pretty much saw the same features that has, apart from obviously the floppy microphone.
Were yours were Razer ones, weren't they?
Yeah, Razer Carry Pro.
Yeah. That they had, like you said, that function of Bluetooth and wireless to the console and stuff. Yeah, but these
is the way forward now.
These are a little cheaper though. I think they're about 150 quid. Them ones, aren't they?
Yeah,
I would like to pick up one of the Xbox headsets. I think it looks sweet. I was talking to one of the guys from Xbox On, and I said, I know you can't tell me whether this is better than the headset I've got. So me and Ross have got the SteelSeries Arctic X9, I think they are. Yeah, 9X. And I was like, on comparison, how are they? And he said, well, because they use a lot of different headsets, they use anything from Razers down to Turtle Beaches and anything in between. He said these are the best headsets that he's seen and used. So I think this could be the new...
The game changer.
Yeah. And then also, obviously, the interesting internet talks of people saying, oh, that's why the Xbox hasn't got an optical out input at the back of the console, because they were trying to push you to this new headset.
Planning for their own one, yeah.
Wireless is the way to go, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I think so.
Except when you're Jamie, you go to the toilet, you can hear him.
It doesn't reach that far. It doesn't work.
What,
it's worked once, trust me.
Are you talking about the headset or something else?
Well, yeah, maybe next time I'll just carry my console up there with me as well, so I'll make sure it stays connected.
It's all right, cloud gaming, mate. You can sit there and carry on.
Carry over. Seamless switching.
Yeah, no, they look pretty cool. Great. Ross, you're really interested in picking up this headset?
Yeah, I think I could do for trying a new wireless one. The last wireless one I had a little USB dongle bit to use it.
Yeah.
So to go fully wireless might be a little bit easier. Those little hands keep pulling them out.
Yeah, it gives you that extra USB slot free for another hard drive or what have you as well, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, nice. Ross?
I would like to pick them up, but I don't know if I can justify spending £90 when I've already got the 9X.
Yeah.
I'm not made of money like this man beside me. So,
so your what's they say? Steel Series? Did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you had them since you had the Xbox One?
I'm trying to think when I got them. I got them. I think I got them on day of release, so whenever they came out, I got them. I've always had sort of Steel Series headsets. I had the Arctis Pro for the PC. I've had Arctis 3s. I've had quite a few different Steel Series, so they're sort of my go-to for headsets.
Yeah.
So when I seen the Xbox was finally getting a completely wireless one without stupid wee adapters that you had to have lines running in and out, I picked them up. So they've been my go-to since, and subsequently the PS5 version that's came out as well has been my new daily driver for them as well.
Yeah. And are they completely wireless as well, are they? Or...
The PS5 one's a wee bit different. It has a dongle you need to put into the USB-C that's on the PS5.
Yeah. Fair enough. But then you can't use them for your Xbox, can you?
No, they
Obviously.
use different technology, so you're stuck with one or the other.
You do tend to find that
Which my wife was happy to hear.
a lot of the headsets I've come across, if they're wireless, they work on everything but the Xbox. So this would be nice to have a pair that will work obviously on the Xbox, and then you can Bluetooth it out to probably everything else, I imagine, including
That's a
PS5.
good reminder. I might test see if that my Wi-Fi one works on the PS5. Because surely it should if it works on my phone.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it should do. I mean, I had a pair of Bluetooth headphones which worked on my on my TV, but it didn't connect to my PS4 because it wouldn't support sort of unofficial wireless headsets. But I don't have a PS5 to check that. So, but anyway, that's PlayStation. We don't talk about PlayStation, do we? We talk about Nintendo, Pikmin, and Resident Evil. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? Give me along to the FPS Boost. Did you lads see about this? I think that was in your news video as well, wasn't it, Ross?
No, I've got it coming up this week.
I was coming up this week. Sorry. Do
Wait,
you want? Whoa! I've ruined it. Quickly, edit, cut, retake. Shh. So this FPS Boost, there's 5 select games that have been boosted. With no work on the part of the developers or anything. It's just a sort of a Microsoft initiative, and they're trying to roll it out to more games. But at the moment, we've got Far Cry 4, Sniper Elite 4, Watch Dogs 2, Ultimate Fighting Championship 4, and new Super Lucky's Tale. And these get boosts up to 120 frames a second. So Super Lucky's Tale gets 120 frames. I think Far Cry 4 goes up to 60 frames, where it used to be at a maximum of 30. And I actually was just playing it before we started recording. And it's been a while since I played Far Cry 4, but the difference was immediately noticeable. It also supports auto HDR, which was nice. But yeah, that smooth 60 was, yeah, honestly game changing. If I hadn't already completed and demolished Far Cry 4, I might have tried it, played a bit more. Has anybody else had a chance to check out any of these 5 games with the boost since it came out the other day?
I haven't. No.
I've seen quite a few news stories with the different upgrades, but I've not actually had a chance to jump in. Probably UFC and Sniper Elite will be the 2 that I'll spend the most time on to have a look at.
So have you played them previously? So you sort of got a good comparison, yeah. Ian, Gray, Ross, Dan, sorry.
No.
Which one you asking?
I
You
could
asked-
play it on, but
Anyone?
is that the one with Pikmin or whatever it is called?
Far Cry 4, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's been I'm gone.
What, you muted yourself,
He
Gray?
just muted himself by accident. Well done. Technology, eh?
Sorry.
Where's Bacon Tech when you need him? So what were you saying, sorry, about Far Cry 4? You haven't gone back to it?
No, I've gone back to it. No, not since. Yeah, I've defeated that Pikmin anyway.
Yeah.
So obviously we've been doing 5 since.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Obviously, we played 5 recently as well, and that was only 30 frames, I think. So sort of going back to C4 running nicely in 60, it was good. And they said they're going to roll it out to more games as time goes on.
Which game do you want to see?
That's a good question. Why don't we ask someone else first? Well, I think Ian, what about what game would you like to see get a boost?
Oh, maybe Fallout 4. They
Yeah.
still go back to do the DLC, so maybe Fallout might be a good shout.
Yeah.
Might give me a chance to actually want to play again.
They did demo that, didn't they? A few months back with this exact technology, but I don't know if that don't know if it's been released or if that's supported yet. But
Yeah,
that'd be one.
that could be one for me, maybe, because I want to go back and do the DLC, so that might be a good reason to do it.
Yeah, make it feel a bit smoother to play.
Yeah.
Dan, have you got anything?
For me, no. Like the older games, I don't normally go back to. So once they're done, they're done. But they said they could be possibly using this on future titles. Well, say future titles, like the newer games.
Yeah.
So as long as it comes to every game, I'm not
Yeah.
fussed.
I mean, I'm not exactly a tech savvy guy either. But if you got a developer who can only hit 30 frames for whatever reason, if they can use this to sort of bump it up for them.
Definitely. I mean, I think, as you said, it's no work on their part. They just have to jump in and say, "Okay, Microsoft, go for it. Do it. Do your stuff."
Yeah.
Work your magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gray, you have any titles you'd like to see get a boost?
Yakuza.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, could be actually. Why not? Sort of might make the series. I mean, it looks still quite crisp anyway. So But yeah, a little boost or make it even more enjoyable. Although the recent scenes I've come across, I don't really need to see that in any more frames.
And what about you, Ross? Have you got anything you'd like to see get a boost?
Probably agree with Ian. I was playing Skyrim on the Xbox just when they had said that there was some enhancements, and there's a official mod on it for 60 frames. And playing Skyrim in 60 frames is just so much better than the original. So if Fallout got the same treatment, it would be quite nice to see.
Nice. Well, I can't think of anything, so let's move on.
You sure not a tile beginning with R?
No, they're all 60 frames already.
Oh, they are.
That was my go-to. I was like, Resident Evil, no, that's all 60. Gears, that's already 60. Well, I suppose the campaign's not 60 yet, is it? Or did they upgrade it? I don't know.
I could drop it to 120, push it to 120.
Yeah, I don't have a fancy TV like that, so I don't care about it yet.
Yeah.
No, I can't think of anything.
Halo?
Halo's already 60.
Okay.
Video games, they're all too good, aren't they? They're all too good. I'm sure there's plenty. Maybe
Pikmin.
I don't know. Some Pikmin. Or maybe some I don't know, some other video games. Let's move on. So let's move on to this. This is a game I'd like to see run at 60 if it doesn't. I'm pretty sure it does, but I'll use this as my example. Fall Guys. It's coming to Xbox.
Yay!
Cue cheer noises and party poppers and fireworks
Fanfare.
and people fainting in the streets with excitement. It came out on PlayStation, was it early last year, just around the sort of beginning of the wonderful pandemic.
For free as well.
For free with PS Plus, yep. And I played the PC beta and it was bloody awesome. It mixes Takeshi's Castle, if you've ever seen that contemporary reference, with like a battle royale.
Yeah.
And a bit of sort of Wipeout stuff like that. So the TV show, not the game. And there's 60 players and various obstacle courses. You start at one end, you run to the other, you got to jump and sort of grab onto things and swing around, and then only say 40 people go through to the next round, and then the next one will be a different round, and then it whittles it down to you got one winner. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun, loads of fun. But obviously it was PS Plus on PS Plus, PlayStation exclusive. It was on PC as well, but now it's finally coming to Switch, and more importantly Xbox. They haven't said. There was obviously that rumor a couple of weeks ago, wasn't there, that it was coming to Game Pass soon, and they denied it. So they haven't announced whether this is coming to Game Pass. But I think in all reality, it probably should, because it was such a big hit with PS Plus. If it doesn't come out either on Games with Gold or on Game Pass, I think they're going to kind of shoot themselves in the foot.
But, yeah. It needs
Has
to
anybody else? Sorry, Dangle.
Sorry, I was going to say it needs to be free. I think it's that model of the free to play, and then you want skin X or Y, you go purchase it.
Yeah, because they have like an in-game currency as well. So they're selling it. I think it's about 15 quid on Steam or PlayStation. And then obviously they have in-game currency, which you can earn or you can buy as well to buy costumes or hats or whatever. So it'd definitely be in their interest to either release it just free to play, like something like Rocket League changed from paid for to free to play, or put it on.
They might have to Games with Gold it though, won't they? Because that way maybe you can own it. I
think. Obviously, as we said again a couple of weeks ago, Game Pass has got 18 million subscribers now. But Games with Gold, Gold subscribers is obviously far beyond that. So they're probably better off putting it with Games with Gold. But Game Pass, at least it will stay in there, and then they could get like a bit of a longer tail on it. Whereas if it's Games with Gold, you've only got a month to redeem it, and if you miss it, you kind of.
But that happened with PlayStation Plus, wasn't it?
It did. You
could follow the same model that way.
But it also hit at that right time where everybody was stuck at home and everybody was sort of looking for something fun to do. And it kind of got that Twitch bump and stuff like that, didn't it? And then, it might not have quite the same impact coming a year later.
Yeah.
But you never know. But if you've got Games of Gold or if you've got Ultimate and it does come with one of them, it's well worth checking out because it is a lot of fun. And I think you can have like a party of maybe 4 players you can go into these 60-player lobbies with. So you can get with your friends and have some fun.
I don't think we'll see it till about August though, because that'll be the year threshold.
Yeah, they said this summer, so it's definitely not going to be anytime soon. But
I think it'll be August because that's when they came out on PlayStation. I imagine it'll be a year contract. That's normally those timed exclusives are. Yeah. So probably August. Probably see it. But it'll be still good fun regardless.
Yeah, it's a really good game, really fun, and just just sort of, it's a nice alternative to the battle royales where you're just trying to shoot people in the face in
You're not good
various
at.
means. Which again, I'm not very good at this either, but at least it's quick and easy rounds. You know, it's only about 5 rounds per game as well, so you're not playing for very long. Ross, have you had a chance to check it out at all beforehand?
Yes, I've got it on the PS5. Play it at least. It's not something that's in my regular catalogue, but it gets played a couple of times a week, whether it be me and the missus taking up turns, me and the wee man having shots.
Yeah.
So no, I can't wait for it to come to Xbox because it came out, was it similar sort of time to Among Us, but this is just it's so much better. It's hilarity every single round.
Can you do like local split screen and then play online as well? Like I said, you play with your missus, or do you have to take
No,
turns?
it's just online. So it's playing one time, either playing round each or playing until you get eliminated and then swapping over. They've got all these different. The maps are quite nice. They have introduced like an option to play different modes. So you've got your normal the show, where it's just you're trying to get the crown, and then you've got rotating different games. So I think this week it's currently sitting at fan favourites. It was a winter one, so it was all the new winter maps. So there was like tundra runs, ski jumps, things like that. So they do tend to have different modes every couple of weeks that you can just jump in and play just the new modes to either practice or just to see what there is.
Yeah. And have you got many crowns, many wins?
Two crowns.
Nice.
And
how many? Go on.
It's the funnest, most rage-inducing game you'll get.
And how many crowns do you need? Because that's the currency, isn't it? The crowns. How many do you need
Yeah,
to
so you
unlock
get, so the crowns that you unlock in the game are different from the crowns in the currency. So you unlock crowns by, it's not got a battle pass, but it's very similar. You level up to a certain level and then you move up to the next tier. You'll either get a costume, a different banner for your name, a crown, different things like that. So that's how you look. That's, I say leveling up, but that's how you get your new accessories and that.
Happy days. So yeah, so we look forward to that coming to Game Pass, hopefully, Touchwood, or Gold, or something, or something where we ain't got to pay money for it, basically. Any extra money than what we're already paying. And then we can all have fun together. That could be our Game Pass game of the month, if our Project Game Pass game, if it comes to that. And I look forward to it. And hopefully everyone won't die in the first round every time. All right. Let's we got a quick question from one of our listeners, Joanna. Ian, this is from your sort of circle. Do you want to read it out for us and give us your thoughts?
Oh, what's the question? Oh my god, 1 second.
Ian,
you had it in front of you.
You should have the dock open.
I do have the dock open, but I need to reopen the dock.
I've got it open, but I need to reopen it.
Yeah, well, at different tabs on my Windows. What is a game that is super popular that you hate?
Nice. So, Ian, you go first.
Well, I don't enjoy Gears. That helps.
That's a good choice, yeah.
But also, I think what tops that more is I don't know why I bought it, but I hate Red Dead Redemption.
Do you know what? I agree with you. The horse riding drives me up the wall.
So boring.
Is this the first or the second or
it's
both?
God, I can't. I just probably the second more than the first, because the first one I managed to complete. The second one no. Yeah, and that game was everyone loves it. I was like, I don't get the love. It's so boring.
Nah, I would agree. I would agree with that one. I wouldn't say that's that controversial.
No, I'm in the same boat. I wasn't a massive fan of it. Still haven't completed it.
One was good. Two, I couldn't get on with it.
Yeah, one I could do.
I don't know. Maybe it's like, not being racist, but maybe it's an American thing because all cowboys and horse riding. For me, it's too slow. Like I spend more time auto running to a next area and looking on my phone than I did actually playing the game.
Yeah, it was awful, wasn't it? That kind of horse riding was just so long and so tedious. But then I hear later on, once you get past chapter 3, the story ramps up. because it really takes you through kind of this dipping, not emotions, but the story does go like this, and then obviously sprinkle in the stupid horse riding.
It does ramp up, but I thoroughly enjoyed like the ramp up to it. I thought it was one of the best games I've played that year.
Really?
Yeah, Red Dead 2 was amazing.
So that's what I mean. See, I just don't get it. I know some people who love it as well. I was like, really? Why?
Plus, I think we need to take that with a pinch of salt. This is a man who plays Res Evil and still hasn't played Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's sus.
Let's just wait. Just wait until we get to what we've been playing. I thought Red Dead 2 was bloody brilliant. The characters and the world, and I know you said about the horse riding, but I loved it. I just love riding the horse and just finding little areas of, little bandit camps or things to discover, a little picking the plants and finding little mysteries and the little side quests and the characters and stuff. Yeah, it took me. Well, I played it through with Pete, our mate Kalinch. We were sort of talking back and forth as we were going through it, and it took us about 4 or 5 months to get through. But oh man, absolutely loved every minute of it. The only down bit was the very opening, the first like 20 minutes, where it was like in the snow and it was real slow paced then.
Oh yeah, it was really slow right at the beginning.
Yeah,
that's where I got up to.
I think I might be a bit further than that, but still, I think not that far. Like up to 3 or 4 maybe. I think I blew up a house and then I was like, okay, I'm bored now.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, brilliant game, absolutely brilliant. Or Dan, have you got a game that you really can't stand that everyone else seems to love?
I think I'm at this age where I kind of just missed the boat. It's not an Xbox game, but I hate it with a passion, and it's Pokemon.
Pokemon.
What game out?
I knew it was coming before he'd even mentioned it. I knew it was coming, and I was disgusted.
Pokemon's my guilty pleasure. I fucking love it. Language.
That's all right. I don't edit this, so you can drop as many F-bombs as you want. I put them all now as friggin' explicit.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah. But yeah, Pokemon, I don't understand. Why do you want to go around throwing your balls out at all these creatures?
I'm with you this time, Dan. It's not that I don't like it.
You love Pikmin. How can you not like Pokemon?
It's not that I don't like it. It's just that I've never played it. And I never played it for more, for extensively. I think I've only really tried, was it Red and Blue, the first 2? I think I had to go on your one, Gray, when you were playing it.
Yeah.
And it just never really grabbed me. So
yeah, I think it's an age thing, though. I think you have to be on this right cusp of a.
I'm only 4 weeks older than him. Thank you.
Well, you missed the boat, didn't you? But I do think that you're either, if you were young enough to be in that Pokemon craze, then you love Pokemon. If you were just the wrong side of it, you can't stand it.
You prefer Pong and Metroid and Asteroid.
I think I was too much of a Sega kid to be worrying about Nintendo stuff then. I was like, Nintendo, no, that's for girls. Anyway, great. Have you got anything?
I suppose in a similar vein to not an Xbox one, but the amount of faff you hear about Uncharted and Last of Us, they can both swivel.
Honestly, I'm going to end up with a heart attack by the end of this episode.
Yeah,
what's going on?
Uncharted, I understand. I tried one and that was annoyed me. That's another one, good one to use. Uncharted.
Uncharted, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
and everyone says 2's the best. It's like, okay, I'll try 2.
2's one of my favourite games of all time.
No.
I'm looking forward to the movie, though.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, yeah, with Tom Holland.
Tom Holland, yeah. So great. You say you don't like them, but have you actually tried them?
No. Never will.
You will. I'm going to give you my PlayStation one day, and you're going to play through them all, and you're going to realise how wrong you are.
It's going to tie you to a chair, make you force to play.
At the very least, Last of Us, because there's only 2 of them.
Play Uncharted, Pokemon, and Final Fantasy, and then come back to me.
Oh, Ross.
Yeah, complete Flight New Vegas first, and then.
Please save us, Ross.
Drop the crumb.
Probably the fairly obvious ones for modern day, probably because I'm no use to it, but Fortnite. It's just a bunch of 6-year-olds screaming in your ears every 30 seconds.
You're gonna kill Graham, Jamie.
Why? What have I done?
I want to play a battle royale that involves shooting. I'll play something that actually makes sense, like Zone or PUBG or something that actually requires some element of I haven't built a tower 300 feet in the air and I'm going to jump off it and shoot you with a sniper. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I get caught by that all the time. I haven't got the skill for that all the time, all the patience, but it's just
Hey,
good
another
fun.
one that I don't like, Dark Souls. Don't get that kind of whole thing.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, Ian.
I love the concept of Dark Souls. I think it's a fantastic looking game. I think the stories behind them are fantastic. It's a nope. I got about 30 minutes into it and decided my Elite controller, my TV, and my Xbox were
Yeah,
not
I
worth
just don't see
throwing
the
off a
point
wall.
of having that stress. Like, games want to be fun. Well, yeah, I want to stress. The stress is the fun of the game. Like, no.
It's just the fun of the game.
I mean, I
Like,
get the satisfaction
how
of
is
completing
that?
it.
Yeah.
That's its slogan. The stress is the fun of the game.
Yeah, I know. Don't want that in my life. Thank you very much.
Way to de-stress your life by playing a game that's based on stress.
I always loved playing games on hard, like especially back in the day. I'd always put it on whatever the hardest it was. But Dark Souls, like you, Ross, I just don't. I like the idea, but every time I play it, I'm like, why? I just don't.
Well, yeah, exactly. Same, all that kind of concept ones. It's like, no,
No.
not for me.
It's when I seen the trailer for like, Demon Souls that came out recently, and you look at it and you go, that like visually is probably one of the best looking games that you can get just now. And you would like the story that goes behind it and all, you really want to get into it. And then you're like, oh, look, I've died 30 times in the first 12 minutes. Brilliant. No progress.
And I've
I
got
don't have
nowhere.
anything I've just achieved. Why? Why am I doing this to
Controller
myself?
down, see you later.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good one for me as well, to be honest. I was going to say Final Fantasy, but Dark Souls is probably, at least I've played a Final Fantasy, whereas Dark Souls, I can't get past the first. I got to the first boss of the first one, and that was a struggle. And I just about beat it, and I'd put the control down. No, that's enough. I'm not doing this anymore. I've got things I like to enjoy rather than bashing my head against the wall trying to fight a fucking skeleton in a graveyard for 20 times in a row. Yeah. Final Fantasy, Dark Souls. Nah, no, thank you.
Final Fantasy, or
Not for me. I can't deal with them. I can't deal with any of them. But yes, thank you very much, Joanna, for sending us a question. If you want to send us a question as well, you can hit us up at Xbox Tavern on Twitter, and we'll try and keep an eye on it and use the hashtag Xpod Tavern, and we'll try and keep on top of it and read them out on the show. All right, should we move on to what we've been playing, gentlemen?
Yes.
Dun dun dun. Oh, actually, very quickly before we go on, has anybody else watched the Mortal Kombat trailer?
Yes.
yes,
How awesome does that look?
Looks
impressive.
really
yeah.
good. Really, really
Looks
good.
amazing.
Oh, I was.
I'm hoping they haven't put all the good things in this one trailer, and the rest.
Yeah,
is
that's what
absolutely
scares me.
terrible.
Yeah,
That's the
they seem to
storyline.
have. Like I said, they seem to have sort of done the opening where you got Sub-Zero blowing off Jax's arms and
That was
and
awesome.
all that. But yeah, it looks like a proper good like action film that happens to also be Mortal Kombat rather than a Mortal Kombat film that's trying to pretend to be anything good.
What scares me is they've already showed off quite a few fight scenes with Sub-Zero and Scorpion, and I'm like, please don't let that be all that is between those two in the film.
Yeah, they got to have some more going on
Yeah.
because that's like one of those classic rivalries, isn't it? That,
See, without going on a tangent about Mortal Kombat, like, does anybody care about anybody else in Mortal Kombat other than Sub-Zero and Scorpion?
Sonya.
Yeah. It's like Liu Kang and Kung Lao, and like, I don't care. about
Raiden as
any of
well.
yous.
Raiden.
Oh,
No,
Raiden, yeah.
Waiden.
Well,
whatever.
Kano
Just
used his eye
not-
laser in it as well. Never
Uh,
ever used
You
it.
know, I suppose.
I'm all about the ninjas, Reptile.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Rain, Ermac, thank you.
A noob.
Noob Cyber.
Noob Cyber.
Cyber. Yeah. I've sort of lost a lot of the more recent characters. I haven't really played the games too much. But yeah, those classic ones. The palette swap ninjas. Yeah. They're my bag.
Palette swap ninjas.
Great band as well, by the way, Palette Swap Ninja. Anyway, so
Actually, a band, or it's just
yeah, there's a guy called Dan Amrich who used to do a lot of video game stuff. I think he still does. He used to work for Activision and Ubisoft and stuff. And his band is Palette Swap Ninja, and they do sort of covers of popular songs, but with like video game themes. So like the Pina Colada song is about Viva Pinata and stuff like that. They're very good. They're very funny. Yeah, check them out. Anyway, games we've been playing. Let's go with Grayman.
Yes.
You haven't put anything down, so I assume you haven't played anything this week.
That's a lie. I've been playing the game I've been reviewing, and it got me so much on the hook that I haven't really been playing anything else but it. It's the game Aground. So, from the look of it, it's attached to Ratalaika, and so I was just thinking, okay, it's going to be got the 8-bit style graphics. It's got the crafting. It looks a bit like a 2D side-scrolling Minecraft, maybe a bit like Terraria if you ever heard of that one too. And then, yeah, it just keeps developing and unfolding, and just when you think you get to the end, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and it's good that it does that. It keeps you on your toes. But it's the most fun Ratalaika game that I've played. It's just very addictive. You
So
just start off.
from the trailer, sorry, it looks like you start out crafting stuff, but then eventually you end up exploring space or something. Is that right? Or are you fighting big bosses and stuff like that?
It's insane. It's just how it unfolds. It's like you start that it just brings you in. Your ship crashes and you end up on an island which you think is uninhabited, and there's a few other people, and it's like there's a farmer and a hunter, and you're just like killing animals for meat. You're hacking down trees to build huts, and it just starts off so basic, axes, pickaxes. That's what gives you that Minecraft Terraria feel. And then you finally get your way up to building a dock and a ship to get off that island onto another island, and then you find more people, more technology, and you keep going through like almost like different ages as time progresses. So you start building power plants, and you can build nuclear plants, and then you start dabbling with space travel, then sort of alien technology goes into it, then it goes back to like there's witches in it, fish people. It's just every time you think it's like, oh, it's not as straightforward as you think it is. There's just things around the corner you just don't expect. And yeah, that's just on the island that you start on, the planet you start on is just massive. And then when you realize you can space travel and there's 3 or 4 other galaxies and other planets, you're like, oh, how big is this game? That's like, this ain't no Ratalaika game. This game has never been this big. And yeah, clearly they just got their hands on it and ported a decent game this time. And yeah, it's highly addictive. Many hours into it, and I still haven't finished it yet. I think I might be at the end this time, but this is like the 4th or 5th time I've had that feeling, and it hasn't been.
So is it like just a single player affair, or could you co-op over online or local co-op or anything?
I haven't seen any kind of co-op option. It doesn't look like it from. I don't think there is. It doesn't make sense it being sort of multiplayer for it, because it'd be more awkward than anything.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering because obviously, Minecraft is obviously a big inspiration, and then you can play with a few other people building stuff together, and I didn't know if it was the same sort of thing here.
No, because it is still quite story driven. So you are learning as you're going through about all the different things that are happening and why things are in the current way they are, why your ship was blown down, and it's got a really cool story that sort of ties in nicely with it. It's way more fun than I thought it was going to be, and highly addictive. And I'm still probably looking to try and finish it maybe after this or for next week.
Happy days, nice. So that's been taking all your time up then.
Yeah, most of it, other than sort of dabbling with the Division with you guys.
Yeah, we had a quick go on Division last night. We got a few more levels up, pretty much at the end now, I think.
Yeah, that beastly last mission.
Yeah, it was a ball ache, wasn't it?
It was fun though. At least it was a hard mission. Otherwise, one of them just go guns blazing and get out quickly. It actually has to use some tactics for once.
Yeah, and die and revive a hell of a lot.
Wipe.
Wipe. Team wipe.
Team wipe, start again. All right. Ian.
Yes.
What have you been playing other than Division?
Other than Division?
And about 1,000 games for achievements, probably.
Well, apart from that, I've actually been playing quite a bit of. I know you guys only had 1 or 2 games with us, but Project Winter.
Oh, yeah.
I've actually, it actually is good fun. I'll talk more about it next week when we have our deep dive discussion. But I've been playing that quite a bit, and actually, once you actually get your head around what you actually need to do and learn all the kind of what the buttons is and how to craft and stuff, it actually gets pretty good fun. To be fair.
Nice. Yeah, we had a quick go on the stream the other day, didn't we, for about an hour or so?
Yeah.
With us five and our mate Kinch. It was a good laugh. Bit of a shit show at times, but it was a good laugh.
I did enjoy Pete getting angry at me though. That was quite fun.
It's,
How do you know it was me? Well, hear me out. Someone was killing me, and you just walked straight by saying nothing. You know, that's not sus. No.
there might be some. I might get some highlights of that. I need to download the stream and
I'll
have a
download
quick
my
edit.
copy as well, just so you can see Pete walking funny past me,
It's,
casually doing nothing.
Yeah.
it was
Please tell me
quite.
Ross walking into my mind is one of them.
Oh, that was just mind our own business, and all of a sudden, halfway across the map.
And then watching you drag my body, Ross, across into the cabin. I was just walking along. I was like, hang on a minute.
In fairness, Dan, you've got to be the worst traitor ever. So you've got me standing inside the power station, Ian standing at the other side of the power station, and there's him with his beer trap like this.
Yeah, just put it down casually.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
I forgot that
Was I
you
not
can
supposed
see
to-
what I can see, and yeah, I'm an idiot.
Well, to be fair, I wasn't much, but I laid the bear trap in and ran into it myself.
I think I saw Jamie open up a box as well. And, well, that's sus.
Yeah. But now we've got sort of a bit more of a grasp. Maybe we can have another go this week before we talk about it next week properly.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Um,
good fun. Yeah, it is, yeah.
And try without the party chat, so we can't all dob each
Yeah.
other in when we get killed or whatever.
That party chat's it's not great. Well,
Yeah,
it's a
definitely.
pain in the bum.
Yeah, definitely be better to try.
Yeah,
sort
if you
of
do
as
the player
intended.
one,
Do
it's
it
quite it's
proper one.
proximity, and it's like if you're dead, you just can't hear anyone.
Yeah.
That's it. It's good fun.
We'll make
I'm
rules.
also- yeah.
We do party chat, and you're not allowed to say who you think it is. You just have to place your vote, and that's the end of it. That's what we should have done, like grown adults. But we were like children going, "No, it's you, it's you."
We were
it's
too
you."
busy having fun. We.
Thing is, though,
Yeah.
you actually have to kill the person. You can't just you can exile them from actually going into the cabin. But if you want to get rid of them, you have to kill him or escape.
Ah.
Because I had Ian chasing me around with a pickaxe, even though I was just trying to solve the power station.
I wasn't even there.
And I had Ross politely save me when I was getting ready to kill him. So
I didn't realise he was the traitor. Pack of wolves at his heel, and I was like, "It's all right, I'll get you, mate. I'll help." No,
I was like,
that
"Thanks,
backfired.
man. Thanks, man." Just accidentally, I didn't mean to aim at you. I promise.
Get my sneaky trick of whacking an elk and then leading it towards Dan.
Mother, I was like, "What is this thing doing here?" And then I'm punching, and then I punch Graham, and then I'm like, "Hang on, this thing's following me." Oh my god! Yeah.
Anyway, let's discuss that next week with Project Game Pass. How did it go, Dan?
I haven't done the audio for
Oh,
it.
you had it last week, didn't you?
Oh,
Project Game
But
Pass.
Project Game Pass.
There we go.
But yeah, I've got a little intro
Sweet.
graphic. I've got a bit of music in the backing, and I just need to add my voice and attach it to my
Exciting.
Stream Deck so
It's
I can
exciting.
press it.
Happy days.
Oh,
Right,
guys,
have you-
you're gonna love it.
Have you been playing much else in Ian?
Not. Well, yes. Sorry, I've got my review game up as well. Well, half of it in the review for Night's Retreat.
Oh yeah.
I've been playing that because I took the review code this week. So that's quite a little fun little title. It's kind of like a puzzle based on chess. So you obviously got the knight, which can only move the L shapes.
Yep.
If you know your chess. You basically just got to kind of get to one area to another area. So like a little puzzle board, but you can't go back on yourself. So it's kind of little like, but you also have other pieces you can use like with rook, bishop, and obviously that as soon as you go through each level, it kind of gets harder and harder. Some more pieces on the board, and you've got to have more knights. You need to kind of get to the other area, and it's quite frustrating because you can't go back on yourself. So you've always got to try and plan your route in advance before you execute it.
And is it? It's not like proper chess. Like you said, it's just like sort of puzzle scenarios. Like you
Yeah,
said.
yeah, it's a puzzle-based game. So my review will be out this week. Fingers
Happy
crossed.
days. We'll read that.
Which will
at
be
the end of March then. Cool.
in a couple of months' time. I know it's half written. I literally so we'll finish it up and proofread it. So I'll get to you probably early this week.
No worries. Cool. All right. We're going to Dan. Dan.
I've had a terrible day. I've had a terrible week. Only played Project Winter. That was it. So
Cool.
1 hour Project Winter.
All right. Well,
it's been a bad week. Been a
Good.
bad week.
good chat.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Yeah, cheers for coming.
I know I'm only here just to edit the podcast. Thanks. Cheers. I'll go back in my
Yeah,
corner.
there are plenty of games. Right. Anyway,
Yeah.
Ross.
We need you for the Zoom call as well. So.
We'll do the tech wizardry. Ross, have you been playing much this week?
Project Winter with you guys.
What's that?
Jumped into some
What's that game?
some PUBG. Had a few games of that over the last couple of nights, and some pro clubs on FIFA as well.
Pro clubs. So that's nothing to do with
Pro
Ultimate Team, is it?
No, that's where you play as one person.
Oh, I've played that. I'm terrible at it.
Yeah.
You get SN off straight away, then sit down for the rest of the game.
Yeah, just sit and watch you guys play. Yeah. And how do you fare on pro clubs?
Moderately well. Dan's played a few times for me on pro clubs. He knows I get a little bit titchy about it.
Tetchy, yeah, he turns into a real manager and goes slightly ballistic. And if you don't pass properly, or you get your halftime team chats, proper.
I kind of want to make the next project just to kind of wind up. If it wasn't Game Pass.
We need to get back into the old pro clubs.
Definitely.
We can have a game. I'll be up for that.
I'll be up for it.
I'll beat you to the red card limit.
He'll boot you out of the game. Trust me.
Who can get sent off first, me or Jamie?
It's really hard in the last one. I'm struggling to get many cards these days. I should be aiming for goals, shouldn't I? Really, not cards. But
Possibly.
yeah.
Is that how you meant to play it though? Nah.
Yeah, probably. But, yeah. And you said PUBG, is that on Xbox or on PC?
Yeah. I was playing on a Xbox. I haven't actually tried it on PC yet.
Yeah,
Does it actually load everything
Is
up?
it actually on PC?
But PUBG runs better on PC, I've heard.
Yeah. Well, it can't run
With
anyone
PUBG,
on
do you do
Xbox.
crossplay or do you just play with bots?
I don't know. I very rarely ever set up the party, so I don't know if I'm using crossplay or just Xbox players or whatever it is.
Is the loading in better? Because I know it used to be terrible on the Xbox. You used to have to almost land, and then the scenery would all of a sudden filter in.
eventually, yeah, look, pop in.
Most of it's done by the time you get down. Some of the buildings, like by the time you touch the roof, it's just finished rendering in, but it's not unplayable for the fact that when you're on the ground, it's still all pixelated and blurry. When you're actually playing the game, everything's fine.
Okay.
Last time I properly played it was on an OG Xbox One, and what you described was that for like a good minute after you landed, you couldn't go in the buildings, you couldn't see anything because it was literally like the very far distance, like level of detail was right up in your face.
Yeah.
There was no, rubbish. But I've played on a Series X very briefly, and it's much better now.
I played it recently on the xCloud. Well, not recently, like Christmas time, and it was fine on the xCloud. So, if it's on the xCloud, it must surely work better on the Series X.
Chicken dinners all round.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, please.
Oh, yeah.
And again, that's another Game Pass game as well now, isn't it?
Yes.
So, yeah, we're not doing that for Project Game Pass because I've had enough of that.
Well, that could be a good one, actually.
Game. But, yeah.
Take an hour to play one game.
I know, God, that's the one thing about it. It's so slow.
Only if you do well, Gray. The key is to just die straight away, and then you can play as many games as you like.
In an hour, I can get 59 games.
Dan, in an hour, you might have landed on the same part of the map as the rest of the team.
No, I'll take that time running towards you guys.
Yeah.
And they get sniped right in the back of the head. Just
Yeah.
to find us.
Well, this was good.
You'll be happy to know, Dan, you can actually do the whole follow system now where you just select somebody and just
awesome.
follows them straight down. So
Just the way I like it.
you're sorted.
That keeps
He has
us-
it turned on after you land.
Cool. Have you been up to much else then, Ross, or should we move on?
No, just a couple of games this week. Busy week decorating the house, so it's been squeeze it in when I get a chance.
Doing real life things. Boo. Boring. How's it coming along? You're decorating, all right?
Well, let me think. Three out of the 6 rooms done, so
Happy
Getting
days.
there.
Making progress.
Exactly.
We like to see. That's what we like to see. Cool. All right.
Now time for the 15 to 30-minute chat about Resident Evil.
Well, let's just see what we've been playing first. So what I've been playing this week, some game called Project Winter. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's it's all right. I've been doing a couple of reviews. So I've done Active Neurons 3, which is a nifty little puzzle game. It's basically like a sliding block thing. So you have like a level layout, and you have to slide the block around it. It'll only go when you slide it up, it'll go all the way until it hits an obstacle. Slide it right, it'll go where it hits an obstacle, etc., etc. But they're really clever little games. I've played the first two last year, I think, when they came out, and it's just a really chill puzzle game. It's not too challenging, but it's not too easy either. And this one adds in a few extra elements, like there's like little puzzle gates you have to solve. So you bump into it and you have to solve a little number puzzle, or you can now switch between two blocks. So you have to try and maneuver both of them to sort of help one of them reach the end gate. Really good game, really good, really fun. The review will be up in a couple of days. I think it's out Tuesday or Wednesday. Very good game.
I played the original one.
I think it's a good little achievement game as well, Ian, because you can get. I've pretty much done the first sort of section of levels, and it's going to take me a couple of hours, and then there's like an extra bonus section of levels as well, which I think are the last lot of achievements. But very good. And then I've been playing a game called Puss! ! Which is, you said we can have a quick swear, didn't you?
Yeah, you can swear. Like I said, I've given up.
Is fucking bizarre. Absolutely bizarre.
I'm just dropping the trailer in chat now.
You'll see if you watch the trailer. If not, YouTube it, what have you. Or pop to the site. There's a little gameplay video I did. But basically, again, it's similar to sort of Active News, where it's a sliding thing. So, do you guys remember there's like a prank back in the early 2000s where you had to move a dot around a maze? And the last one you had to really concentrate on, and then
The most possible game. What's that one?
Yeah, like a scary face will sort of pop up just as you're really concentrating to get it. It's that sort of gameplay. So there's like a puzzle layout, like a level layout, and you have to just slide your avatar around to get to the end. But this one appears to have done all of the drugs that you could possibly get your hands on at the same time, and then sort of like coloured in their eyeballs with marker pens and just gone like skipping down the street. It is just absolutely bizarre.
What do you have to do?
It literally just slide your avatar around these sort of weird puzzle mazes, but the background themes and the music and the audio and just everything about the presentation is just
psychedelic, isn't it? It looks like
you're proper psychedelic,
tripping on acid.
But you got like obviously the title is Puss, so your avatar is a little cat, and then there's other cat themed things as well. So there'll be like a 3D basic render of a cat just spinning around in the middle of your level, and you sort of have to go around it, and there'll be other parts where there'll be like cat heads just sort of popping in and out, or there'll be like bright colors flickering in and out, like an acid trip or some so I'm told. and it's just weird, but it's very good. It's quite good fun. You do 10 of these sort of levels, and sometimes the levels will sort of move around, so it won't just be a maze. There'll be blocks that move in a way, or the actual chunks of levels will move up and down and stuff like that. And then when you get to the end, you have to fight a boss, and that sort of turns into like a bullet hell style not shooter, but like you basically got to avoid the shit ton of bullets basically coming your way. And then when you collect enough attack power blocks, you get your cat paws, and they come up, and it all goes crazy colors, and then you just slash at this guy's face. And it's weird. It's very weird, but it's very enjoyable. And then there's like 5 levels. Once you've done the opening section, there's 5 more levels to complete, which are really hard. I didn't get very far. And if you die, you have to start over again. And there's no sort of like no give in that. So I didn't get to the end. But it's very good. It's very enjoyable, especially if you like sort of weird indie style bizarre things. If you ever spent a lot of time watching late night TV in the early 2000s as well, you'll probably recognize a lot of the weirdness. But yeah, recommended.
Live TV.
Good, not live TV, no. I'm trying to think, like late night Channel 4 or like, weird.
Adult Swim kind of thing.
Not kind of, yeah, but like
Eurotrash type.
I was going to say Eurotrash, but it's not porn. It's just like, bizarre. but good in a weird sort of way. Anyway, that's enough about that bizarre thing. Just watch the trailer and you'll know whether it's for you or not. And then I played a quick bit of Stanley Parable today and yesterday. Has anybody else here played Stanley Parable? Silence. That's what I like to see. I should watch a video really soon for your reactions. It's very good. I recommend it. It's on Xbox, but I was playing on PC. It's just like a narrative story adventure. So you go through and he'd be like, Stanley reached a door, 2 doors, and he went through the door on his left, and you can go through the door on the left.
Yeah.
I did talk about it briefly before.
Yes,
or you can go through a door on the right, and then the story will diverge, and you can sort of hang around in a room and look like Stanley stood in the room aimlessly.
Yeah, they got a remaster one coming out like end of this year sometime, isn't it?
Coming out this year, I think. Which I look forward to. And there's so many different paths, and every time you die, you sort of respawn, and although it starts fresh, it also carries on. So little things will change, and it's really, really clever and really quite entertaining. Like I said, there's no combat or anything. There's a couple of puzzles and stuff, but there's nothing really. You literally just walk and just experience the story and just diverge it. Really good. Anyway, I will sing the praises of Stanley Parable for the rest of the time, but not as much as Resident Evil. Da, 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 da. Are you ready? Are you ready? You might as well go home now, lads. I'll take the rest of this. Don't worry. Well, I've played Resident Evil 0 again this week. I haven't quite finished it. I'm near the end.
What?
But it's a lot more enjoyable.
How have you not completed it yet?
Because I've been busy playing Puss and Active Neurons and Stanley Parable.
Been playing some other Puss.
Yeah. I don't really remember. I don't really remember playing Resident Evil 0 more than once before. But I'm really enjoying it. It's like old school, fixed cameras, tank controls, as I said before. But yeah, I'm having a great time. I thoroughly enjoyed it so far. I've died a few times, which I shouldn't have done because I should have seen it coming. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Highly recommended. If next time it's on sale, pick it up. Play it, please. Anyone play Resident Evil 0? It's so good.
Is it on Game Pass?
No.
Although
they have sort of cycled game.
Oh, it was a Games of Gold.
It was, yeah.
Not 0, wasn't it?
Was 0? I thought 0 was.
The original one was.
Oh, okay.
It's now
0.
They're kind of the same, so you're not missing out.
But the thing with 0 is there's no faff around with your inventory too much. But my Resident Evil sense is clearly working because so far, although I've died a lot, I've only lost like a minute's progress because I've been like, I should save now, and then I'll die immediately afterwards.
I should touch this typewriter now and just
got it
herb up my ass.
And there's been a few gems in eyes and stuff, Gray. I know you love that sort of thing.
That's all there is in there.
Yeah, get the old tiger's eye gem and all that sort of stuff. But I'm right at the end. I think I've maybe got
Tiger blood.
maybe 40 minutes to go. But yeah, I'm enjoying it a hell of a lot more than I thought I would. That I remember doing it, and that will do you for Resident Evil because I haven't played any more Resident Evil this week. Next week, don't worry. Next week, we've got a few other reviews up on the site real quick. So we've got How to Take Your Mask Off by Ross, the other Ross, not this Ross. Hi Ross. Gave it 6.0. Basically, one of Ian's favourite visual novel Ratalaika games. He said there's a few choices to make along the way. But
I swear he put that score just to annoy me.
even though it says remastered, they haven't really sort of up-spuffed the visuals all that much, but it's still enjoyable enough if you like that sort of thing. Jake put up a review of Firework, a modern tale. It's sort of a throwback to 8-bit Mega Man style games, and despite being that sort of his sort of cup of tea, he didn't really get on with this one very well. He said some of the controls and some of the elements of it just didn't really work very well. Again, those reviews are up on the site. And I did another review real quick, just very, very briefly touched on them, called Bonkies. Come out a couple of weeks ago. And it's like a physics puzzler. So if you and up to 3 people can basically have to build sort of stack towers with these physics objects. And it's quite good fun, actually. I've played it with the kids. They did my nutting because they just kept knocking the towers over.
So you played Puss and then you did some Bonkies.
Played Puss, did some Bonkies. And then I used my active neurons to.
Sounds like a wheel.
Jay, play some Puss and Bonkies.
It's been a productive week, I tell you.
The biggest complaint
Not too productive.
bonkies is they didn't have, for some reason, have online co-op. It's only couch, which is bizarre.
This is a bizarre thing. I guess the physics and stuff might not have played well with it, but it would have been nice to be able to play online because, again, especially at the minute where we're all stuck in the house, you sort of got to work with what you got. And like I said, I played it with my wife and my sister-in-law and the kids, and they just destroyed everything. We ended up being like, go and play over there. Just let us build this tower, please. How much have you played of it then, Ross?
Played a wee tiny bit of it. I picked up on PS5 for an online co-op, and then didn't realise it wasn't online co-op. So me and the missus has played a couple of games in the house. But like I say, really fun game, but wasted for the fact that they've not made it online.
Yeah, no, it would have been ideal to play with you guys or something for a stream or for a laugh or something. But we'll have to wait till we can get together again. And then,
Yay.
Local bonkies.
Yeah, Ian, you want to have some bonkies with me.
I'm looking forward to getting a peek frustrated of the game.
Protect your phones.
I just want to say, hide your phones.
We're not playing Smash Brothers now. So I said those reviews up on the site, and there's a few other bits and pieces. I did an interview with I always forget the name, but Action Arcade Wrestling, the executive producer of that the other day. It's like a fun little throwback to wrestling glory days of the N64 in the early sort of 2000s. It's coming out, I think, in May. Is that around that sort of time? I can't remember the exact date now, but yeah, it looks very good. It looks like silly old wrestling fun if you're into wrestling games. But yeah, there's plenty of other bits and pieces like that up on the site. So we've gone a bit long here. So Dan, give us a quick rundown, and we'll go home and let you get out of this and get in trouble.
Right, so games with
He's
gold
already in trouble.
already. Gears 5 is available until the 28th of February. You have Resident Evil until the 28th of February as well. Dandruff Trials of Fear Edition, and that is until March 15th.
Very good game. I recommend it.
Yeah, I saw you were playing it. And Lost Planet 2 is available until the 28th of February.
Oh, yeah. I need to redeem that one, actually.
Yeah, I need to redeem them. And that's all your games with gold. You missed out on Indiana Jones if you didn't pick it up before last week. Sorry.
Shame.
Happy days. And then, obviously, the next month's one should be announced in the coming... Well, should be announced this week, I think.
Tuesday sticks in my head, but then I think it's also a bit too close. So I think they might let us know at the back end of next week.
Yeah, they normally give it 4 or 5 days ahead of time.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we'll get a decent month. I mean, this month's pretty decent. So
well, it'll be interesting to see if we actually get 5 games. If they get back to 4, we know they were trying to pull a fast one on games with gold by upping the price, giving you 5 games, and then
hopefully there'll be something equally. Maybe they'll offer some more Resident Evils or something. That'd be nice. Not that they'll do me any good because I've already bought them all, but then more people can enjoy. Anyway, let's get off Resident Evil. Anyone else got anything they'd like to discuss before we let Dan go and get told off by his wife?
I'm so glad.
What is your favourite Resident Evil, Jamie?
You know this, Ian. It's number 2.
Oh, no, I'm just winding. I'm winding
Resident
you
Evil
up.
2.
Trying
remake.
to keep Dan here.
Resident Evil 2 remake. So let me tell you exactly why I love Resident Evil 2 remake in 40 minutes or less.
No. Oh, wait, Dan.
I'm so glad she doesn't listen to the podcast, and thank you, Ian.
Oh, yes.
No bonkies for you.
No bonkies for anyone.
You mean no puss for me?
I'll
I'm
give
so
you some
sorry if you
bonkies
listen to
want.
this in the car with your kids. Take us away.
Daddy,
Take us away.
what do they mean? Anyway,
all
let's
of
move
us.
on. Yeah.
I digress.
All right. So if we're all done, this has been Xpod Tavern episode 17th. Remember, insertcoin.com, Xbox Tavern 20 for 20% off. Check it out. You can have some stunning looking shirts and jumpers and hats and leggings and socks and whatever else they do.
Scarf.
Scarf.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Quick aside, I haven't worn that one I bought yet, Ian.
Haven't you?
I tried it on and it looked terrible. So
It's more like a balaclava than a scarf.
Yeah, I don't even know where it is. Anyway, but that's just because that's my giraffe neck doesn't really suit it, but everything else, good stuff.
Your big head.
So you can follow us at Xbox Tavern on Twitter. You can follow Dan at ChocolateBear80, Graham at Graham Reaper, Ross at Chaotic UI, and Ian at Nutty Ray. And yeah, check out the site, xboxtavern.com, youtube.com/xboxtavern, patreon.com/xboxtavern, and that's it. Have a wonderful week. You've done well. Well done for making it this far if you have. Take it easy,
for
everybody.
listening.
See you later, folks.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Peace.